have formed themselves as people, and they have their own opinions and principles. Yesterday's students are the qualified specialists of tomorrow who can compete on global markets. Those who graduate from the Bolashak scholarship program are creative, talented, and masters in their fields. And they are the future of our country, who have experience and knowledge. If you want to get to know the hard work and achievements of these qualified specialists, watch the program Bolashak on Kazakh TV. The Kazakh people respect elderly people. The young people never cross the road of an older person, and they take care of them. But weakness comes with eldership. Typically, the treatment for Alzheimer's disease was not found in our country, as in other developed countries, scientists as well. In simple language, we say that they've become feeble-minded. Alzheimer's is well known with its title of the disease, but the Kazakhstani medicine has not officially made a diagnosis. And there's not any help from the government for this disease. There are scientists who would like to control this disease. One of them is Shulpan Nesibay-Kazi. Shulpan Askarova. 21st of December 1974, she was born in Almaty. She finished the secondary school number 121. In 1996, she completed the Al-Farabi Kazakh National University, majoring in biology. In 1999, she completed her master's degree in biology. In 2004, she wrote her PhD dissertation in histology, cytology, and cell tissue biology. From 2007 to 2011, she studied at the Missouri University in the USA through the Bolashak Scholarship. From 1997 to 1999, she started her working years as an assistant of Urology Scientific Laboratory Institute in Immunology and Microbiology. In 1999 to 2005, she worked in the Kazakh National University named after Al-Farabi, majoring in biological department as a specialist with an I category. In 2005 to 2006, she worked as a head scientific employee at the Cytology and Molecular Genetics Laboratory. From 2007 to 2011, she was an assistant of research in the Missouri University. In 2011 to 2012, she worked in the private education fund of Nazarbayev University, majoring in science about life, regenerative medicine, and the department managing scientific employees. Since 2012, she works at the Nazarbayev University as a manager of biology engineering and regenerative medicine laboratory. Since I was a child, I wanted to be a scientist. I started to read science fiction novels when I was 12. All of my classmates dreamed of being a financier, a manager, a lawyer, or a seller. I decided to become a scientist. I can't say what exactly science was in my dream. Probably I loved reading fantastic books. I prefer spending time in a laboratory, and I opened new projects. Then I started to choose my future profession. First of all, I chose physics as a subject, because I had an interest in astrophysics. Then I started to research the world of the stars. It shows that I love science because of these astonishing stories. One day when I was 13 or 14 years old, I learned about the discovery of 3 dimensions in the DNA structure. It was a time when I studied biology as a subject in school. I was impressed by this theme of the lesson. Since that moment, biology was my favorite subject at school. It was in the 90s. There was an economic crisis in the country. People were thinking about how to earn money. And the 15-year-old girl thought about science more than money. She still remembers. People who knew her interest gave her advice that science would not bring money, and her future would not be clear. Typically, she studied very well in school, and she became a student of the biology department. She did not regret her decision. It was the first step towards her dreams. When When she finished the biology department with excellent certificate, she wrote her dissertation, and there would be a choice in front of her. The first one was to stay and work in the university and to develop her knowledge. Here it was repeated in the same situation when her acquaintances told her that she had a scientific level and her work as well. What else does she need? But she knew that being a full scientist, she should study abroad and receive experience from there. It was 2005. In that year, the Kazakh president organized the Bolashak scholarship program. It is a good opportunity which was given to me. She received her PhD through the scholarship of the Bolashak program. I got my PhD at the Missouri University, majoring in biological engineering. The theme of my project was Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is poorly understood, and it came with a senile disease. I was really interested in it in that time. Typically, I did not think that we have this disease in Kazakhstan. I couldn't find any statistical information. Then I thought probably we do not have people with this disease. When I defended my project, I forgot about my thoughts. I finished 2011 in my education through the Bolashak program, and I thought that I would use my knowledge and experience in Kazakhstan. When I came back to my country, I had thoughts that would not leave me, that I should use my experience which I received from abroad. I increased my education in science in our country and abroad as well. Then in 2010, the Nazarbayev University was opened and I was lucky. In 2011, there was an organization called Science About Life in the laboratory center at this university. I had a call at 3 a.m. when I was in deep thought thinking about where would I work, and I received an offer from this phone call to work at the university. I told them that I would like to work there. Subsequently, the scientists were looking for this center. There were talks about the biological engineering and regenerative medical laboratory. We should organize a laboratory with employees and provide research works which are competitive in this world. After 4 years, I can say that we've achieved our purposes. In this time, we've organized laboratories and invited talented scientists. Our research works are published in the Western scientific magazines.
Но когда я приехала сюда уже, то есть я вдруг вот начала знакомых спрашивать и друзей, и поняла, что болезнь Альцгеймера для нас так же актуальна, как и для всех.
I thought when I would be back in Kazakhstan that I would work with Alzheimer's disease. I talked with my friends and I understood this disease is also actually a problem in our country, like in Europe. But our medicine does not put a diagnosis because they have a closed disease in our country. We will not be able to make our own research, and I started to work with this disease. I started to do researching works in the Alzheimer's cell's mechanisms. It is one of the main scientific works of mine. As our laboratory is large, we also make several research works. We call it the Biological Engineering and Regenerative Medicine Department. That's why all of these works are in cell technology. Currently, we are developing cell technology because in the future we would like to treat different diseases. In our laboratory, we make a map of cells in biological science. We are looking at how to rejuvenate these cells. The next way is through regenerative medicine, biomaterials through implants of renewed cells. It will help to treat a long wound or a burned part of the body. We also make the biological engineering sphere a pill which will treat the gout. Currently, this disease is treated through the world through injection.
Также мы пытаемся, у нас большое направление биоинженерия, мы пытаемся работать над некоторыми лекарствами. В частности, то есть мы сейчас пытаемся создать лекарство для лечения подагры, которое было бы перорально применимо. То есть в настоящий момент все лекарства против подагры – это инъекции, то есть нету таблетированной формы. Вот мы работаем в этом направлении.
Alzheimer's is considered a social problem. Scientists have taken this actual problem in their hands because elderly people who have this disease spend the last years of their lives closed in a building, and the governments have taken special programs. Currently in Kazakhstan, the scientists gather together with neurological doctors, and they research the etymology of this disease. In the summer, scientists are going to ask questions from the citizens regarding this disease, and they will translate them from English into the Kazakh language. It is too early to make any conclusions, but in the first 3 months we found a lot of patients with this disease. It shows a result of teamwork. Shulpan works with the graduates of the Bolashak Scholarship who are interested in working in the scientific sphere.
Болашақ бағдарламасымен Америка құрама штаттарында оқып жүргенде Шолпанмен ең алғашқы кездескенбіз. Сол кезде мен соңғы курсымда оқитынмын, жұмыс іздеу барысында.
I made my acquaintance with Chopin when I studied through the Bolashak scholarship in the USA. I studied in the last year of my university. In that moment, I noticed that Chopin was a specialist with high quality. It was more than 1 year that I started to work with Chopin. My opinion was true when I met her the first time. She's a talented scientist nowadays, and she's also a talented mentor as well. She has an attitude for us that the team is like one family. She is really ready to support us. I'm very happy to be a part of Chopin's team.
Қандай біздің қасиеттеріміз бар екен, әрқашанда бізде қол ұшын беріп, қолдауға дайын кісі ол. Жалпы айтқанда осы Шолпанның тобына түскеніме өте қуаныштымын.
Шолпан Исибаевна, по моему мнению, обладает теми нужными качествами, которые необходимы для ее профессии. То есть она очень усидчивый человек, она аккуратный по отношению...
I think Chopin Исибаевна has all of the qualities in her character which are required in our work. She works hard and pays great attention. She has also mastered all of the secrets of scientific works.
Можно обратиться по разным вопросам.
She can talk regarding any task, and she is also able to answer all questions of the employees and can listen to them as well. Chopin Исибаевна pays attention to the young scientists a lot. She is always ready to talk to them.
Очень интересуется молодые ученые, перспективные, целеустремленные люди. С такими людьми она очень легко работает и достигает высокие результаты.
Currently the manager of the researching laboratory of Kazakhstan, Chopin reminds us of her past years. She is sure that the science has developed very well, not only abroad but in our country as well. She told that when she went to the USA and she read special lectures, she understood that there were not any special advantages. She said that all of the advantages also were contained in our own country. We were behind the times only in terms of material and technology. When she came back to the country, she was surprised with the Laboratory of Biotechnology Institute at the Nazarbayev University. When she has free time from the laboratory, she spends her time with colleagues. She relieves stress of her work times by playing tennis. Chopin is a daughter-in-law, a wife, and a mother at home. When they lived in the US, her husband studied language. They also worked in the evening there. Her children miss their grandmother, and currently she lives with them. Chopin's mother is proud of her, and her mother-in-law respects her. She has also become a wonderful wife for her only son, and her daughter-in-law who can tell the advice from her sister of her husband, and a mother.
Маған Шолпаннан артық келін керек емес. Сыйлайды. Алдынан кесіп өтпейді. Бір жаққа барамыз десе, бір маңызды бір шешімдер болғанда, маңызды бір нәтиже керек қорытындайтын келгенде.
Chopin is a wonderful daughter-in-law. She respects me and she never crosses my road. If we go somewhere or make important decisions, we all advise together and we make a decision together. She doesn't conduct herself as a scientific person. When we have guests, she's always ready to give them tea. It shows her simpleness.
Осындаймын деп мұрын ешқашанда шүйіріп, көтеріп, былай жоғары, сендер ауылдікі деп қарапан ешкімге де олай қарамайды. Елден енді мен өзі жалғызым бар, туыстарым келсе, шәйнегін алып жүгіре жөнеледі. Кәдімгі қарапайым.